Welcome to your tutorial on using the web terminal as a ministry leader. As an appointed ministry leader, you have special privileges to manage and communicate with the volunteers in your ministry through the web terminal. Depending on how MSP has been set up by the program administrator at your church, you may be able to make and edit assignments in your ministries, create service plans and upload resources like readings, music, and videos, email volunteers in your ministry, and request substitutes on behalf of others, all through the web terminal. First, log into the web terminal with your special ministry leader username and password, and then click the Admin tab at the top of the web terminal. This is where you have access to your ministry leader privileges. To schedule volunteers or make changes to any service, go to the Schedule section of the Admin tab. Click on the date and time of the service you wish to edit, and you will be brought to the Services page. On the Services page, you will see all of the volunteers who are scheduled at that service time. You can add a volunteer to an unfilled position in the ministry you are the leader of by clicking where it says Not Filled for that position on the Services page. A new window will open where you will be able to filter by various qualifications to select the appropriate volunteer to fill the position. You can similarly remove a scheduled volunteer by clicking the X button on the right-hand side. You can also change the number of needed volunteers at the service by adding or removing positions to the service. To remove a position, click the X button on the right-hand side of the empty slot. To add a position, click the Add button at the top of the list of volunteers. From this screen, you can also use flags to indicate a volunteer needs a substitute for a particular position, or that a volunteer was a no-show for the service. Just right-click the volunteer's name to add one of those flags. When you flag a volunteer as sub-requested, you can choose also to send an email notifying the other volunteers in the ministry of the sub-requested position. From this service view, you can also upload resources including music files, readings, and ministry-specific notes. By planning out the service and putting all important resources in one convenient location, you can keep ministry leaders coordinated and your volunteers informed. You can also create a sequence of events for the service and attach resources to particular sequence items. To learn more about how to add resources, notes, and items to a services page, please view the service planning video tutorial available on our website's resources page. All the changes you make on the services page are saved in real time. To send emails to volunteers, you will click on the Emailer section of the Admin tab. You can easily send personalized emails to all the volunteers in your ministry at the same time. You have the option to send an email to all the ministries you are the leader of, to just one ministry, or just to particular volunteers. The subjects and bodies of the emails are completely customizable. By inserting tokens, you can personalize the email with information specific to each volunteer. For example, the full name token is replaced with the recipient's name when the email is sent. You can include any information about a volunteer in the body of the email by inserting the corresponding token. For example, you can send an email to all of your volunteers letting them know on which dates they are scheduled during the next month. Select Send to all volunteers and give the email a subject. In the body of the email, we can use tokens to personalize it. Click on the Tokens menu, and from the Profile Settings section, select First Name. Type a message like, "Here are your scheduled dates," and insert the Scheduled Services token. To see what an email will look like when tokens are replaced, click the Preview button. Click on a name to see what it will look like when the volunteer receives it. Once you are ready, click the Send button, and the email will be sent. When an email is sent, the From address will be the email address listed for you in your MSP profile, and all replies will be sent to that address. From the Admin tab, you can also request subs on behalf of volunteers in your ministries. As noted previously, you are also able to request subs on behalf of a volunteer by adding a flag to that volunteer's name in the service plan view. Requesting subs for others allows you to help those who may not have internet access. Click on the Request Sub heading on the left-hand side of the Admin tab. From the drop-down menu, select the name of a volunteer you would like to request a sub for. All of the scheduled services the volunteer is assigned for in the ministries that you are the leader for will appear. Click the Request Sub link next to the position they are not available for. You will then have the opportunity to enter a note or a reason for requesting a sub. Then click the Request Sub button. Emails will go out to all volunteers who are qualified and available to fill the request. This concludes the Ministry Leader tutorial. By taking advantage of the tools available, you'll be able to easily manage and communicate with the volunteers in your ministry.